everyone, I hope you all are having a nice day today. My name is Hafiz and what we have here is an IoT based water monitoring system. Before I start, I would like to apologize for delaying this video due to my inexperience in creating the system. There were hardships along the way, such as drilling the body of the system, painting the outer layer of the body, and lastly gluing all the parts together. Without ado, I would like to show you the coding first. So this is the code for the system, and we can see that the source of this code came from this link. So that link just now brought us to this GitHub website by the name Picaron. So his title is Blink Flow Sensor Water Meter, which uses a ESP32 node MCU, which is a development board a generation older than what we are currently using for our project, the ESP32 WiFi+Bluetooth Module. However, the sensor that he's using is the same as what we are using, the YF-S201. So there are a couple more things in this website, such as the instruction and the setup of the apps, which is the Blink. So let's go back to the coding. So with that out of the way, here I'm going to explain a little bit about the code for the system. So you might have noticed there are 3 tabs here, which I will get into in a minute. But the first one is the water monitoring system. In here, I included some library to get the OLED screen to work, which you'll see during my explanation of the features for the system. Then we included 2 objects which refers to 2 of the classes, secret.h. Here we are giving the ESP32 access to our Wi-Fi as well as the Blink app. In the setting.h, we are assigning 4 virtual pins from 1 to 4. This will be used inside the Blink app. Okay, now I included 5 more libraries, which gives the ESP32 the Wi-Fi functionality. In this section, we are defining the OLED screen that we are using inside the project. Here we are assigning names to the pins 1, 4, 16 and 17. The most important pin is pin number 4. This will be used for the water sensor. Okay, in this section, these are the calibration that will be used for the flow rate and the volume water that passes through the system. So in here, for virtual pin number 4, we are assigning it as a reset button. Here, when the button has a low state, all the data will be reset. So all this information has to be displayed somewhere. So we open up a serial monitor here to display the flow rate and the total liters. So moving on, inside the void setup, what I did here is assign the LED lights as output as well as the OLED screen as output. All this information will be sent to the Blink app every 1000 milliseconds or 1 second. So inside the void loop, here is all the calculation for the flow rate and the volume that passes through the system. All this will be displayed inside the OLED screen. Then in this section, what I did is, if the total liter is low or 0, the LED light will be on, and if it's not, then it will be off. As for the yellow LED, when the flow rate is low or 0, then the yellow LED will be on, and if it's not, then it will be off. Lastly is the green LED. So when it checks that the yellow LED is at low state, which means it's 0, then the green LED will be on, indicating that there are flowing water inside the system. So I think that's all for the coding, and let's move on to the demonstration.
Before we get into demonstrating the system, I will explain the function of each features. So which one catches your eyes first? Oh yeah, me too, the LED, right? You can see the yellow and red LEDs are on, which means the yellow one is where the water is at a constant state or 0. Whereas the red one, there is no volume of water going through the system, as well as a reset to the system. You might also notice that the green LED is switched off, which indicates that there are no increasing flow of water in the system. Now let's look into the OLED screen, which is placed on top of all the LEDs. There are two readings, which shows the rate of water flow and the volume of water that passes through the system. Last but not least, all this information will be transferred to your device through the Wi-Fi. I will get into that in a bit. Now let's get into demonstrating the system. Now we are letting the water flow through the system. You might notice that the yellow and the red LEDs are turned off, and the green LED is now turned on, which indicates there are flowing water through the system. The OLED screen is now showing the reading of the flow rate in liter per minute and the volume of water which passes through the system. All this will be sent through my device, like what you can see in the left hand corner of the screen. We just cut off the water from flowing through. You can see now that only the yellow LED is on, because now the volume that passes through is no longer 0, which in turn switch off the red LED. However, when we reset the system, this will turn back on. So now the system is reset back to 0. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did making this video. So if you like the video, guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and comment in the comment section below. Bye!